You can add or subtract mixed numbers two different ways. One way is the traditional method by first finding the least common denominator. So for our first example, the least common denominator for 8 and 6 would be 24. So next step, we'll just bring over our whole numbers. And 24 is our least common denominator. The next step, find each missing numerator. So you look at the denominators and compare them and ask yourself, how much could 6 go into 24? Right, that will go 4 times. Multiply 5 also by 4. So 20 is our first missing number. Do the same thing with the other two denominators. How much could 8 go into 24? Right, that will go 3 times. So we multiply 3 also by 3. And that will give us 9 for the other numerator. Now add everything together, keep the 24. So we end up with 5 and 29 over 24. Technically, our answer is not in simplest form, so we need to convert the improper fraction part into a mixed number and add it to the 5. So over here we'll just take 24 into 29. And you know that goes one time. With 5 left over. So this part can be rewritten as 1 and 5 over 24. And you just add the 5 and the 1. So our final simplified answer would be 6 and 5 over 24. Let's look at the next question. Again, first step, find the least common denominator. And for this example, that would be 21. And I'm just bringing over the whole numbers. Now the next step, find each missing numerator. With the first fraction, ask yourself, how much did 7 go into 21? Right, that will go 3 times. Whatever you multiply the denominator by, you multiply the numerator by the same thing. So 1 times 3 will give us 3. Do the same thing with the second denominators. How much could 3 go into 21? Correct, that will go 7 times. Multiply 2 also by 7 to give you 14. Now we can add. So our final answer will be 7 and 17 over 21. Again, you can use the traditional method in order to add mixed numbers. Let's look at another example, this one involving subtraction. So we have the following question: 5 3/4 minus 1 1/10 Watch out, you may have to borrow along the way. In a separate video, I will show you another method you can use when subtracting mixed numbers to avoid borrowing. The first step here with the traditional method is find the least common denominator. So for among 4 and 10, that would be 20. So we have 20 for each common denominator. Next step, find each missing numerator. Ask yourself for the first fraction, how much could 4 go into 20? Right, that will go 5 times. So you multiply 3 also by 5, giving us 15. Looking at the second pair of denominators, how much would 10 go into 20? Right, that will go 2 times. And 1 times 2 will still give you 2. At this point, ask yourself, can 2 be subtracted from 15 and you end up with a positive number? Right, we'll get a positive 13. This may not always be the case, so you might have to borrow or use a different method. But here we can subtract, giving us 4 and 13 over 20. With your answers, again, make sure that the fraction part is in lowest terms. And if your answer ends up as an improper fraction, convert it and show how you convert it into a mixed number. In the next video, I will show you another way to add and subtract mixed numbers.